welcome to the Eliot estate. I am in Grandma's gardens just for like an hour. I wanted to show you an update of what we've been working on. About a month ago, Taylor and I were able to come in and lay a nice heavy thick layer of mulch in some of her beds, and I wanted just to show you an update of how things are looking, and then I also wanted to just take a quick time to kind of get some weeding done, some maintenance things, just to kind of get things tidied up. We are going to start up in this front bed, and this one was like the most satisfying bed to get mulched because it was so pretty with all of the daffodils that she had planted in here this spring. So when we came in, we just laid like a nice 4 to 6 inch layer of mulch down. It was like a mulch and compost combination, and so I think things really took really well to it. You can see all of the daffodils are kind of spent at this time, but she does have a bunch of daylilies in here as well that are getting ready to send blooms up, I think. Back in this corner, she has a really pretty Japanese maple tree, and I love that it just kind of fills in that corner, and it looks really striking with her Cusca dogwood when everything's in bloom. Here in front, she has a nice little hedge of daylilies, and as we kind of come around the lamppost, just a vinca ground cover, some hostas in here. Like I said, daylilies are popping through. Things are looking really nice, and honestly, the weeds aren't even too terrible. So I think this little corner would be a nice little section to tackle to get done. It's really not bad at all. Just little things here and there. And as we swing around, we just got a little section done, and it's funny, you can really see the difference of where we stopped with mulch and how much it's really helped with weed control. We stopped right in here. She was telling me that there is some, oh shoot, what'd she say? Some phlox and some sage kind of here on the edge line. These are, I'm gonna have to come back to that because I forget what she told me these are, but she had pruned pretty hard on those, so those are starting to flush out for this spring and summer. And then a rhododendron right here. Over here on this edge line, Taylor and I cut in a new edge line, and we got this all mulched, and I'm surprised this doesn't look worse than it does. I mean, it's great. You can see here along the edge line there's grasses and stuff popping up, so it's just a matter of getting in here and roughing up some of the mulch and getting those weeds out of there. The sun sets right over through here on this hillside, and last year I got the most prettiest picture looking through here with the dogwood and then the Japanese maple, the sun setting with the lamppost. I'll have to share it with you guys. It was really, really pretty. So this is how this bed's looking. I wanted to show you in front of the garage, so let's take a look over there. This is where we spent a lot of time this spring, just getting this bed all mulched, and it's a little taken over at the current time, but this magnolia put on a beautiful show, and this lilac is about ready to bloom. It is going to be busting with purple color. And check out this viburnum here on the corner. It's all budded up too. So what I wanted to tackle first off was this hillside bed that I had mulched back in February, I think. It was like the very end of February. I came in and just did a little cleanup job. You can see a bunch of things popping through. She has a forsythia that put on a really beautiful show, and I think we're gonna hack that back now that it's done blooming. We'll get it kind of size control comparable to these other ones that she had cut back earlier in the year. But just some things popping through that I might try and come through, like in this section specifically where all this grass is coming. If I can't pull that up pretty easy, I might just get underneath of there, try and scrape it away, put some new newspapers down, and then recover it with the mulch. You can see I already started in on it. It was pulling pretty easily, honestly. So I'm just gonna spend the next half hour, 45 minutes, just seeing how much of this stuff I can get taken care of. Really quick, let's show you how the hillside garden's looking. things are doing really well over here. I am really surprised at how like clean it is. And well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because we put it on really thick over here in this corner. But I was telling Grandma that what the heck are these? And then she said that she had some bamboo planted here at one time. And look at all these shoots coming up. So we might try and relocate those. You can see them just popping through just different places. I might try and pull those and see what we can maybe clump them together somewhere else. But everything's looking really nice. The arbor, this is another lilac. And I think she said that her tree is coming in bud. This is a beech, so tricolor beech, I want to say, or something. But things are really greening up on the hillside, good and bad. We have an allium ready to pod through here, and we didn't make it down here to mulching, but we did get a lot of leaf debris and stuff cleaned up. So every little bit counts, right? Anyway, so I'm gonna just spend, like I said, the next 45 minutes just trying to get some of the maintenance and weeding done on this hillside. And I think every little bit is gonna help. You can see where I kind of stopped right in there, kind of underneath this lilac. And I hope you guys can hear me. Grandma and Taylor are mowing behind me. But it looks a lot better, or at least a little bit more maintained. She does have a ground cover that ended up coming back, so I just left that, which made it easy to weed. I think ground covers are beautiful in their own setting and stuff. So it was all through here. You can kind of see it tucked back in there and even a little bit underneath there. But what I mainly wanted to tackle was the grasses kind of coming up on the edge. And majority of it was really easy to get to kind of pull out and kind of handle since the ground has been so wet. Now, whenever I came in here originally, the hostas were not up. So it's really fun to see the hostas there kind of tucked in by this viburnum. And I did freshen up the mulch, which looks really sharp again. I figured if I can stay on top of just like a weekly weeding schedule just here and there whenever I can fit it in, I think that'll be really great for the end. I wasn't able to get the Forsythia prune back. That'll be another day project, but it looks so good, and I'm really happy with how much this mulch did keep the weeds at bay for this early spring. So like all weeds, this wasn't a once and done situation, but you know what? We got a little bit done, which is really nice. And like I said, ruffling up that mulch just makes it look nice and rich again. So I think once the lilac is done blooming here after May, I think Grandma we want to come in here and kind of give it a nice little prune. And honestly, that's what makes Grandma's garden so beautiful, is all the mature things that she has here that she planted 20 years ago. And that's what makes a beautiful garden, is that establishment and that maturity and growth. So anyway, I got my nice garden manicure back, and I'm happy with what I got done in about 45 minutes-ish. So anyway, thank you guys for visiting the Eliot estate.